Hey there, welcome to another lesson of Intro to Programming NanoDegree. Nice to see you again, and today's lesson is about HTML, the word markup language used to develop and design web pages. Let's navigate through it, shall we? First of all, what is HTML? Well, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's the markup language used by all the developers from all around the world to design web pages. HTML consists of several blocks, or tags. Even some call it components. They are all the same, but we will stick with tags. These tags separate the page into several parts. For example, if you have an image, a button, or you have a list of items, each one of those will be displayed separately in the screen, and it will be separate from the other tags, because each one of those has its own tag. Let's take a look of simple web page structure of HTML. Here we have the HTML tag, which will be holding all the other tags. Inside the HTML tag, we have head tag and body tag. Let's take each one of them separately. For the head tag, you have a tag called title. Inside this tag is used to define the title of your page. In my case here I have Google Drive, but whenever I type here, it will be the title of my page, if I run my page into the browser. The other tag is, before I go to the body tag, head tag also used to link pages together, or to link files together. If I want to link another HTML file with this file, or another HTML page with this page, if I have a CSS file, a JavaScript file, all those can be linked with this HTML page via the head tag. But you don't need to know much about this right now. Just remember that any action that's not rendered into your screen directly, it happens inside the head tag. Now for the body tag, it holds the actual content of your page. For example, here we have H1 tag and B tag. All these two tags used to represent text inside your screen. However, the format, the appearance is different. If you type H1, if you type H2 or B tag, all these tags represent text but with a different format. So what do you think? Let's play with some tags. Let's practice time. I will share this link with you. Here you can write some HTML code and the output will be shown here. So let's navigate through this simple code and explain each tag. Then we can play with some other tags. Okay? The very first tag you can see here is this tag type HTML. Well, you don't need to know much about this tag now, but if you are interested, I will provide you some links so that you know the actual functionality of this tag. However, all what you need to know that this tag used to tell your browser how to handle this HTML code correctly, so that it rendered, your browser will render this HTML code inside your browser, inside your screen, and without flaws. And that's it. That's its basic job. Okay. Then notice that we have the HTML tag. Like it's the grandparent tag of all the other tags. Each tag starts, you are typing the tag 2 times. This is called the open the tag, and this the closing tag. Okay, and inside of it is the content of this tag. Inside the HTML we have the head, as we said before, and we have the body. So let's navigate directly to our body. Here we have an H1 tag containing welcome students. If I run this code now, you can see the only thing is printed to our screen is this welcome students. If I want to add more content in my page, I will do it inside my body tag. Let's try adding B tag and see the difference between the H1 tag and the B tag. Like I say I am Noah, for example. You can type whatever you want. Now if I run this tag, as you can see, it's like a description of the header that you are using at the beginning. you can use it like this. B tag used to print text, but with a smaller size of the H1 tag. Also, you have an H2 tags, H3 all the way to 6. All of these tags are printing text inside your web page, but with different size. Let's try H2 for example. Like I am, or let's try and change this. Hey there, I am H2 for example. Now if I close this tag and run it, as you can see, it represents text, but the styling and the appearance of this text is slightly different from the H1. You will learn later on how to style your elements, how to style these tags and style your web page. But for now, these texts or these tags used, like if you have a header and subheader, a title and some description, you can use it in this way. Also, one of the tags is like if I want to add button to my page, I will have button tag, and remember always to close this tag. The closing tag are represented with this backslash. So if you, for example, if you forget to put this closing tag, as you can see here, the body tag is shown in red. That means there is an error inside my web page. But once I add the backslash to my closing tag, the red sign is gone. That means everything is good. So I'm creating a button here, and let's give it a name, like it'll be click me, for example. Sorry, click me. And if I run this now, as you can see, a button appears. I can click it and I can add some extra information about how what is done exactly when I click this button. I can add multiple buttons, for example. Let's name this click me 1, or it'll be click me 2, for example. And if I run this, as you can see, it's here. If I want to move this to the other to the second line, I can add this BR tag, and it will go to the next line, as you can see here. And there are so many tags that you can try and play with, actually. So what we are going to do now, I will divide you into, let's see, 2-3 groups, and each group has to provide me a similar page like this one. Try to use 3 to 4 tags. Try to add something about your personality, and I'll give you like 10 minutes to do that. Then we will check it together and explain if there is if something is missing, or if you have any questions. So yeah, I'm excited to see what you are going to build. So let's start. Thank you. And that's how I'm going to hold the lesson. After giving them some time to practice what they saw and what they learned, I will group them together, and we can like discuss if there is some topics that they are missing or they didn't follow correctly. Then we can review what we've been saying since the beginning, and that's it. I just want to mention that I used Google Drive to represent these slides because my recording program only records one window, so I have to open Google Chrome only to. If I try to launch any other window, the recording application will stop. So that's why I could not run PowerPoint presentation and Google Chrome at the same time. And that's it. So thank you for watching, and see you inshallah.